Melanie Jackson is a visual artist working with modes of non-fiction storytelling through assemblages of sculpture, writing, and moving image. Recent exhibitions include Speaking Right Body, Matflix 2020, and Deeper in the Pyramid, which was shown at the Welcome Collection 2033. And then Banner Repeater, shown at London, Grand Union, Birmingham, and Primary Nottingham 2018. Jackson is represented by Matt's Gallery and is currently a tutor at the Royal College of Art, London.
And the University of Plymouth.
And the University of Plymouth. Great. And then Francesco Ventrella is Senior Lecturer in the Department of Art History at the University of Sussex, where he is also affiliated with the Centre for the Study of Sexual Dissidence. He has researched the history of art writing, the cultural field of affect, feelings, and emotions, and has written on gender, sexuality, resonance, and the voice in art history, Studi Culturali, British Art Studies, and European Journal of Women's Studies. Francesco has edited with Megan Clark a special issue of Visual Resources on Women and the Culture of Connoisseurship in 2017. And with Giovanna Saperi, he has published the volume Feminism and Art in Post-War Italy, The Legacy of Carla Lonzi, Bloomsbury 2020. Welcome, both of you. Firstly, I want to give a round of applause for just making sure that we put that energy into the room. Thank you all for joining. And I guess we'll just start with a very intimate conversation about the lovely slippages that are within the work, the crevices of the history that it kind of unfolds, but then also try and open up a discussion between how people see the work and how we see the work and how we can kind of meet in the middle and open up the lovely exhibition that we have here at Aspex Portsmouth. So, Francesco, do you want to start with the first question?
Yeah, thank you, Ricardo. And perhaps a good way to start is to if we share my thoughts about the reason why I was happy to get involved in this conversation tonight. It has to do with my interest in resonance. And resonance as a concept in everyday language, but also in cultural theory, it's very elusive, something difficult to pin down. And for me, my research, the starting point is to think about objects that might be in a collection or in a museum when they are displayed more or less, passively. But then with some of these objects, we engage in a particular way, whether it's through imagination, but also bodily, aesthetically, as well. And there is an element that I think is not very much studied in my field, which is art history, of how we animate objects from the past. What faculties do we develop in order to activate these objects so that they have a resonance in the present as well? And when I came across your project, Melanie, and about the rude badges, the erotic badges that they also know, I was particularly interested in this idea of reactivation and the relationship between this reactivation and there are many possible multiple meanings. And then I was really excited to see that the project developed also as an animation in terms of the media that you develop. It's a digital animation. And I know that as an artist, you are also a researcher and you are really interested in the past and in the history. And I just wanted, to ask you if resonance is something that, inspires your work, but also how you harness this idea that you animate and reactivate these objects from the past.
Sure. Well, I came across these little sculptures. They're about 2.5 centimeters high, and they've been found in riverbeds and banks and mudlarking in all over Europe. So it was a pan-European thing where these small badges were made and circulated and worn all across Europe. So there's some in the Museum of London, there's some in Paris, there's some in there's Amsterdam and Bruges, all across Belgium. There's some in Florence. There's, they're truly a pan-European kind of cultural thing. And a lot of them were to do with pilgrimage. Badges were often made as kind of souvenir items, kind of souvenir tat, really, for pilgrims. Often quite religious, sometimes just as a sign that you visited somewhere. But alongside the very kind of religious ones, which you can really identify as that, I found hundreds and hundreds of secular images as well. And I started, since I started, a database has been made. But my early research was literally just slogging it around museums and looking online, reading papers. And I just thought these were amazing things that we had as kind of